What's going on, guys? Today has been very chaotic, but in a great way, so I'm very thankful. But at the same time, this video is late, and it's going to be relatively quick because of that. So it's already 11:09. It's going to try to get this done and edited by 12 tonight if I can. The message that I want to give tonight is actually by Michael Beasley, surprisingly enough. I don't know if this is a quote that he got from somewhere else or something that he thought of himself. The quote is, "We judge people without knowing the choices that they had." So what I took from that was, you never know what somebody's going through, and you never know what type of options that are laid out in front of them. And it's easy to judge somebody based off of a decision because it seems like, oh, they had so many options. Why would they choose to do that, or something to that regard? But from their perspective, that might have been the best option and the only thing that they were capable of doing because of some sort of outlying thing that might affect their life in a way that we would never understand or be able to relate to. And I think that it just gave me a really good perspective to just stop judging people based off of how they react. Because I feel like even with myself sometimes, say that I get angry about something and the person who's next to me doesn't realize that I have dealt with the same exact thing 5 times already today. I've already, been hit with the exact same thing 5 times in a row, and it's like super unlikely that would ever happen to anybody. And it's strange that it is, and I'm getting pissed because of it happening over and over and over again, and this repetitive thing that's, random. And they're like, dude, this isn't a big deal. Why is this guy reacting, like overreacting to something that's so small? But their perspective is different from what I'm experiencing. And I'm just trying to, after hearing that today, trying to have the outlook of not judging people based off of how they react to something or what they seem to choose, because they might not be choosing it nor reacting to it in a way that makes sense because we don't know what they're going through themselves. So like I said, a pretty brief message, but I think it's also a really powerful one. So I recommend you guys just try to judge people less, try to judge people less, and just be kind and understand that, try to put yourself in people's shoes in a sense of not even knowing what they're going through, but assume they're having a really bad day if they're doing something that isn't the kindest or doesn't make the most sense, or making a decision that's kind of, outlandish. I want to say a word, but I can't think of exactly what I wanted to say. So yeah, just don't judge people based off their reactions. Judge them as if they're reacting to it with a reason and a purpose, and trust that people have the right intention, and be kind, and because that's the only thing that you can control yourself. So that's the message for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, have a blessed one.